As a Borderlands player for 7 years and a creator for 4 years, I can definitely say that I've witnessed a ton of good and bad happen in this community. Most notable good was of course the messy yet exciting release of Borderlands 3, and the most notable bad being... yeah, I'll censor myself here, you get the point.
Yeah! It's for my only friends.
Oh no, you did not.
Only friends?
But I don't think the community and the franchise has ever been in a worse state than it is right now. We struggled to get over 200 concurrent Twitch viewers on the newest game. That newest game being Wonderlands. Ain't no one playing New Tales. We struggled to get 1 viewer on that one. We have barely anyone making content on the franchise because unless you make playthrough videos, what is there left to cover? But why is this? Well, gamer girls, it's time to brush off the Crypto Hates Borderlands playlist and discuss everything that is currently just turning the community off and hurting it day by day. First thing I have to talk about, just because it involves me and I just have to speak up about it, is Randy Pitchford, the CEO of Gearbox. The funny USB stick magic man himself. I'm sure you've heard of him before, he's kinda famous. I may or may not have had a rather goofy interaction with him on, believe it or not, Twitter the other day. He was basically being proud of his work and showing us that reshoots for the Borderlands movie are still in the works and whatnot, right? So what did Crypto do to piss him off here? I didn't discredit his work or anything, okay? I did something much worse. I stated that they're still doing reshoots, followed by a colon and a /. Yeah.
I am going to pull my pistol out and I am going to shoot you in the head.
Broski, this is just friendly fire, like what? I know we've always known Randy to be a bit of an over-the-top crybaby with people in general, you know, he's definitely not an angel. But bro, you're 51, you're 34 years older than me, and your Twitter is just a reenactment of a Modern Warfare 2 lobby back in the early 2000s. This isn't a good look for what is meant to be an extremely positive community, like, no. I'm sorry, I just had to get that off my chest first and foremost, because I couldn't bear not talking about it. It feels weird being attacked by pretty much the owner of the game you make content on. It's just really depressing, especially considering I'm one of the people who often defend him on Twitter when he's in a controversy. How many big budget movies have you worked on? How dare you discredit the Borderlands multiverse of mayhem, you cook. Buildings for pussies! Oh god, where is it gonna take me? Nowhere! Oh! I'm sorry, but that video still slaps. But on to actual in-game stuff, we had 2 of what most Borderlands players would deem failures in a row. We'll talk about Wonderlands first, but honestly, I wouldn't even say this game launched bad. I think this game at launch was actually the best Borderlands game we've ever had. It was very good, we had a great story, we had endgame right off the bat, and overall, it was a great experience. But it didn't remain one for long, as after each update, it felt like this game was getting worse and worse. Whether it was the unreasonable Clawbringer nerfs, the constant addition to chaos levels up until chaos 100, and it felt like they just weren't prioritizing what was important at all. Like, do you remember how weak spells were at launch and how long it took Gearbox to buff them? God damn! And with all that, let's not forget about the PLCs, because that's a thing now. That's their excuse for selling a $25 season pass with 20 minutes of content in total. It's not meant to be a full-on expansion, apparently. The issue with this is that each content drop was 5 minutes long and cost around $5. That is $1 per minute of gameplay. To put that into perspective, the Maliwan takedown content drop in Borderlands 3 takes the average player around 10 minutes to complete. The Maliwan takedown was free. But oh no. If that wasn't bad enough, they drip-fed us the content, and it was so bad it became extremely aggravating. So in case you didn't know, it's PLCs, of course it is. So in case you didn't know, the PLCs had a difficulty slider where each time the difficulty increases, the boss at the end evolved. And there were around 4 or 5 difficulties, which sounds kinda cool on paper, but wait until I tell you that they dropped one by one, individually each week. It's as if the already shitty PLC you paid for wasn't finished and you had to wait for the devs to actually slowly finish developing the content week by week. Which surprisingly, that actually wasn't the case, because if you remember the first PLC, Coiled Captors, that dropped with all the difficulties released at once by mistake until they hotfixed it out. Yeah, Nobody liked this, and yet Gearbox thought it was a great idea to keep doing it for the remainder of the Wonderlands content lifecycle. And yeah, that's pretty much it for Wonderlands. An originally great game just simply executed by its post-launch support, and it's kinda sad to reflect on it. But then, even sadder, next up we have New Tales, and why did this game fail? Why didn't it fail? It broke canon on several occasions. It added literally nothing to the universe. It was a cringy and convoluted mess with awful writing, and that's all there is to say, honestly. I do have a whole review on this game you can check out where I go more in depth on why it was such an all-round disappointment, and yeah, you know what? I think I'll leave its involvement in this video there, because talking about this game, it's like saying Voldemort's name out loud, you know, you're not really supposed to do that, boss man. And now, come present day, we have nothing to look forward to except for Borderlands movie, although we haven't heard anything with value about it for months. Like, no posters, no trailers, no hints towards a release date, it's all been quiet. And this isn't the first time Gearbox has done something like this. If you recall, with almost every Borderlands 3 and Wonderlands DLC, the trailer dropped the day of the release date, and it's so annoying because, like said, we have nothing to look forward to for ages, and without trailers, there's no time to generate hype. If you're dropping a trailer for a DLC on the day of the release date, at that point you're just feeding content to the already existing small community rather than giving new people time to consider buying the content, you know? So yeah, essentially, we're in a drought right now, once again, and we have been for the last 4 months, and it really just sucks the state we're in. No one's happy right now, and I'm sure all of you watching agree with at least 95% of the things I've said. But yeah, that's it for the rant session. I'm really hoping that if any Gearbox devs or higher up see this, they can listen to me and read the comments under this video and really take notes and listen to what we, the hardcore Borderlands audience, want. I really love this franchise, like it's my favourite franchise of all time, but fuck is it annoying to be a fan of it sometimes. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe as it really helps me out a lot. I make content all things Borderlands, so I definitely recommend sticking around. I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you all in the next one. Stay classy. Peace.